Welcome back to another day of crafting, I think. I'm either on day 9 or 10. I honestly have lost count. Took a few days there because I wasn't feeling well, and then I started right back up again. So here we are, ready to create something new. And we're doing 100 days of crafting. 100 days of creativity, the 100-day project, this is not part of the 100-day junk journal collaboration going on that you'll see on YouTube right now. I'm doing just the 100-day project. You get in the craft room, you create every day for 100 days. That's what it's all about. That's what I'm doing. So today I thought I'd bring you along while I make some simple book page envelopes here. I have these 2 pages for where I dyed my papers, and I thought I could use those. Plus, I have an assortment of I have this other page that I painted in my last video. I have some book pages here, some larger book pages from 2 different books. I also have some large 1-pages, pictures that I thought might make some nice envelopes as well. So let's just see. Today I'm going to do more of what would be considered like a mass make. I'm not really going to decorate these unless I put a piece of washi tape or trim on it for decoration. I do have a little bit of blue gingham ribbon here I might pull from. I don't have any other decorations ready to go for these. I'm just trying to get to my cutter here back in the corner. Oh, let's see here. I should have had it all out and all ready to go, but didn't do that. So, let me pull out my mini cutter that I can use while I'm working on these. And we'll get started. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day and you're getting in your craft room. Sun's starting to shine again here in Ohio and making it much more pleasant. I'd much rather have warm weather than cold weather. All right, there we go. Oops, I'm going to lose some things off the back if I don't grab them. Give me a minute here. Apologize for not having it all ready to go, but I forgot my cutter. That just happens, I guess. Now I'm bumping the camera all out of place here. And I'm going to leave that stuff there and I'll get it later. Let's see if we can square up this camera. Well, that wasn't a good thing to do, Miriam. Try this. There we go. Aha. Now we're all straight. All right. After 6 minutes of playing around here. No, it's not been 6 minutes. It hasn't been that long at all. Anyway, here we go. We're ready to do some book page envelopes. I know you've seen these all over YouTube, and many people are doing a lot of videos right now with how to use up book pages, so you're probably not going to learn anything new in my video. I just thought I'd bring you along while I do some crafting. I might do things a little differently than the average crafter because I am in a wheelchair and I have some physical limitations. So Paper Wheel Studio is the home of the wheelchair crafter here on YouTube. So let's see what we can come up with making some simple book page envelopes. I'm not doing any fancy thing. We're going to make a basic, oops, something stuck to my paper there. We'll just brush that off. We're just going to make some basic envelopes here. Some edges I might leave torn. Others I may go ahead and even them up. So I really like this page more so than the other, and I folded it the other way. So I'm just going to take and fold this one up. Now, if you are somebody that it bothers you to have book page writing upside down, you might have to glue 2 pages together. That's one way of getting around it. For example, this is right up on this page. This is right up on this page. If I did not want my writing to be upside down, for example, I could glue these together. Then it's going to be right set up that way. When I push this up, I'm going to have right side up instead of it being upside down. And when I put this down, it's the only part that will be, oh, it's right side up also. Well, looky there. Okay. Works perfect. Well, everything's right side up. Except the back of your envelope when you do it this way. But I'm okay with that. I'll either cover it or glue it down. I'm not going to let that stop me today. It doesn't really matter much to me whether the back of my envelope is upside down or not. Now, some of these I'm going to do a little differently because they have a picture, and I want that picture to be part of the whole envelope so you can actually see what the picture is. So when I do that, I might fold things a little differently. But for now, I'm just going to make some simple envelopes. You can, the good thing about making them out of book pages, you can make your envelopes really a lot of different ways. My glue doesn't want to flow today, of course. Let's see if I get my pen in here, see if I can get my glue to flow for you. I think every crafter has an issue with their glue at one time or another when you're videotaping, don't you? It can work all day for you, and the moment you turn on the video and the camera, and boom, glue doesn't work anymore. So let's see. Of course, we got to make sure we glue our projects very well so they don't fall apart. You know, you hate to give a journal to somebody and have everything fall apart on them because you didn't use adequate glue, right? So let's see if we can get the glue going well here. Good. Got it. Okay, should work now. Shake some down here. I've just taken my white PVA glue and put it into a different kind of bottle. There we go. It's just easier for me to squeeze this bottle than others. You always want to leave a little bit of room between the top of this book edge and the fold in your paper. I'll show it to you when I get it glued up here so you can see. And I made a mistake on this side, and I should have glued the bottom when I was gluing this, because then I don't have to worry about the excess glue to wipe away. So I'm going to do that on this side. So don't make the same mistake I did there on the top. Of course, I have glue that's going everywhere. So we'll just wipe up my excess there. And I'm just going to close that up and come along, match up my edges, and wipe off the excess glue that comes out here. I always keep a little excess cloth here to wipe up glue. Okay. You can always round corners on these if you want to at some point. I don't have my corner rounder here with me at the moment, so that's not something I'm going to do. However, I probably might come back and do it. The other thing you could do if you wanted, if you didn't have corner rounders and you wanted that round corner, you can also bring your envelope, match up these two corners if you want them to be exactly the same, and you could make your own rounded corner, and then it would match the other side. If you don't put a bend in it or a fold, just put them together like that and round your corners, and then you've got this look at the top of your envelope. So either way works just fine. Any way you want to do it works great. And then you can come along and provided you fold a little bit neater than I do at the top. I guess that is folded good. Yep. Oh, no, it isn't. You can tell by that one book line there. Let's see if I can straighten it out just a hair. There we go. That did it. There we go. Now we got straight line. And we have one book page pocket already done. Lay it to the side. These are really, really simple. I mean, you can make bunches of these at one time. And I just need to lay it aside so those edges can dry. You could also use Fabrifix if that's the glue of your choice. Right now I'm just using a PVA white glue and put it into this simple bottle. So I'm just going to do this one the same way. And I'm just going to be gluing and doing some book pages, envelopes today. Then, as I'm making journals, I will have envelopes to pull from. Some are blue, because I'm working on a journal for a boy. And last time I looked, folks, we're at 99 subscribers. I have a giveaway if I reach 100. So if you're not subscribed and you're watching my video, please subscribe. If you have people out there you could share my videos with, please do so and ask them to subscribe. Once I get to 100, I'm going to have a free giveaway here on my channel. So all I need is that one more person. And at this point, everybody that's subscribed to my channel is going to have an opportunity to win my giveaway. You'll have to watch the video so you'll know. And I will put the video up. You watch that video and I'll tell you exactly how you could obtain, should your name be drawn, how you could obtain the giveaway. I will mail it to you, provided you're in the United States. Unfortunately, folks, if you're overseas, I can't do the giveaways to mail overseas. I don't have the ability and funds to do that. However, I would be more than willing, if your name would be pulled, I'd share some of that shipping with you if you'd be willing to do that, if you truly do want me to go ahead and ship my giveaway to you. So please subscribe if you aren't. Like, share, and get my videos out there so that other people who might have some kind of a physical limitation be more than willing to learn how to make journals and see how I do things. I kind of face it with, there are a lot of things you can do if you just simply put your mind to it. Find your pit crew, your helpers that can help you get things done. Isn't that what pit crews do? Your people help you get things done. And that's how you do it. You have the people that will help you to prepare your area to whatever it is that you're going to do. Now, this particular book page, because of how I folded it, it's upside down on this side. And I don't know how this one, it's upside down on the back, right side up on the front. So it was upside down when I started folding it. So if you want this side to be right side up, you can start folding it upside down. But that doesn't bother me. It's a book page. It's supposed to show that it's been made out of a book page. That's the whole point in making them that way. All right. I also have some larger book pages here with some images on them that I wanted to put a couple envelopes together with. Not that one, but I have some similar ones to that. Let me see what I got here. Oh, I thought this one with all the kids on it would look really cool. So I'm going to fold it and then I'll trim this side off because I know it's not even. So in this case, I want the kids to be upright on the envelope. So I think what I'm going to do is make a long, I'm not going to trim the side. I'm going to make a long, tall, skinny envelope. So I'm going to fold this over. Kind of measure with the other side to see just exactly where I want it. Because I kind of want that seam to be, almost middle. I don't want to fold too far. There we go. That looks like a good amount to glue there. So I'm just going to press that slightly so I'll know where to fold it when it comes time. And this one, I'm going to line up my edges and grease it with my fingers. My fingers do just as well as a bone folder if it's thin paper. And besides, that's just something else you have to hold on to. I don't think I got that one quite, so I'm going to try again here, see if I can straighten it up just a little bit. There we go. That's straighter. Okay. There we go. Now when it's folded over, it doesn't go over that bottom edge. So bring this side over. And then I'm going to press it down. So we've got what looks like a long tube once we glue it together. And there we've got, there's the boy in the swing. So we want to make sure that boy in the swing is on the envelope rather than this bottom with the girl. So what I'm going to do here is find I don't need my scissors. I got my chopper. I'm going to chop the bottom off here, because we don't need this to be quite as tall. You can make a very long, tall one if you wanted to, but typically the journals that I make, that wouldn't work real well. So we're going to chop off the bottom part of this. Unlock that trimmer. All right, so get that up there at the top so we can make sure we get a straight cut. And I will make sure the boy's in the whole thing, and we'll try to get those kids on the sides that are pulling the rope under him. All right, there we go. We'll just cut that there and put that to the side. It might be usable for something. There is a boy right there on it if we need it. So I'm just going to lay that to the side. And both the top and bottom at this point are even, so let's lay my trimmer over. Lay that to the side. Now, we're going to take our glue, and if you're using glue that you're running a very, very, really thin edge, you want to put it on this edge as well as this edge, so it will hold both down and nothing's going to get hung up in that pocket. So all right, let's put it along the edge. It'll cover up that defect in the edge of my paper there, and I'll glue it together. This is the way I like to do it. I like to get it to where it looks like a tube, so to speak. And because of the way I did my glue, it's going to spread enough and cover both of my edges. And then I'll come back and make sure that I did not glue my little tube shut. But we want to have this tube here. I'll give it a minute to dry since I'm using my wet glue. Get this dry. It doesn't have as much paper to hang on up here, and apparently I didn't put glue all the way to the top, did I? So we're gonna make us a tube. Just glue her down. Just glue it good. Do 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 do. Anybody remember that song from the, what was that, 80s song? Just glue it good. Only use different words. Whip it. Anybody remember the song Whip It? I'm probably aging myself. The young people on here are saying, whip it. Never heard of that song. But yeah, older people I'm sure have. I don't know, maybe younger people too, depending on the kind of music you like to listen to. You never know. All right, so we're going to make sure it's all the way glued down. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to make these little tubes. See, now you've got a tube that you can use. Gotta make sure you don't glue the pages together here. So let's give it a minute here until, make sure I don't have any wet glue in there that's going to stick it together. Just make sure it's good and sealed. Okay, and I'm pretty sure I have a little bit on the inside there, so let me come back here so I can make sure I don't glue that down. Nope. All right. Now I'm going to take my scissors. Actually, first I'm going to make a fold at the bottom. Then I'll use my scissors. I'm just simply going to fold up about a 1/2 inch. It doesn't need to be much at all. Just fold up a 1/2 inch. Try to fold as straight as you can. Now I'm going to open my fold up and come back in with my scissors. Everybody does them slightly different. This is just a quick and easy way to do it without any kind of an envelope punch, or this is just one quick way to do like a policy envelope, tag envelope, however you would want, whatever you want to put in it. But It's one way to get some longer skinny envelopes. So now I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to trim off the top front. And this edge is going to be covered, so it does not need to be straight. You can just cut from one side to the other. And kind of want to cut a little above the fold, because when you go to glue your edge down, it'll cover that up. And the less bulk you have in the fold, the better it will be, and the flatter it'll be in your journal. So now we have this. So I'm just going to come in now, put some glue on it, and fold it up. Then we have the envelopes just about done. You could cut the top, put a notch in it, and call it done. Or you can make a little flap on it. Show you how I do my flaps. I didn't quite get that edge cut good, and before I stick that down, let me come in there with my scissors and get that final little snip there so it'll lay right and look right for me. There we go. All right, then I'm just going to bring this up and fold it down. Again, that'll glue it. Should glue it down all the way across. Okay, so far now we have this. And up at the top, we've got this. And then we have the boy swinging, which is really cool. If I wanted to do a top to where I had a fancy top of some kind on it, I just push it together like this. Decide how large I want my top. I think about right there is a good enough flap for me. Then I put those two edges together and kind of arch it and make my flap. So it'll be the same on both sides. Open your envelope, so you've got that. You can come in and simply glue it down like this and call it done. Or you can come in and cut this out by, once that bottom is glued good, you can come in and fold your tube like this, even with the bottom like that. Match those up as best you can. And again, come in and cut below that fold line to make your envelope. Now, mine might be slightly a little off because it slipped on me. So I'm going to do one side at a time once I get that far. We'll just go over to here. And I'm going to make it a little bit neater just because I feel the need to do so. There we go. I didn't cut it very straight either. I'm going to straighten that out a bit. Okay. Then we're going to come around and do the same thing here on the other side and see what we got. Again, I'm going to straighten it up just a hair. And then I'll take this off here. There we go. Come back out. There we go. Now, let's see what we've got now. Now, oh, see? Now we've got this. And again, I'm going to even this side up just a hair because it just didn't quite do what I was trying to make it do. Paper slips, and that's what happens. If you were someone who likes them nice and neat, then squaring everything off and using your ruler and measuring everything is probably the way to go. But I'm okay with it being like this. Now, I could come back in and even this up a little bit better. So, see if I can get it straighter now. And now I can even this up. So it'll be a little more even looking. There we go. And I really don't want a large flap on this one because it's going to be in the journal more like this, or clipped into the journal because it has the nice picture on the front. And I'm just going to fold this down. I went below the fold so I know it's not going to get all wadded up there in my fold. And there's envelope number 3. Ready to go from a large book page. all ready to go, be colored, decorated, or however I intend to use it. So let's see what else I have in my pile. Oh yes, I don't want those guys, but I had some more similar to them. Oh, and I had this astronaut that I thought would be absolutely fabulous to make an envelope with. Fabulous! So, we're going to do the simple, very simple technique here. We're going to just fold this up. Let's put a little bit more of a what do you call it? Flap. That's what those are called on my envelope. We'll put a little bit more of a flap. And I'm going to go ahead and fold the top down, and then I'll cut this white off because I'm using the white edging of my picture to square this up good. These book pages are just a little bit heavier than magazine pages, so they kind of remind me of magazine pages, though, as you're folding them. You're not going to see much on this side. Let's see what happens when we turn it over. Since it was a full page astronaut, maybe it won't look right. We'll see. Aha! We got the upside down of an astronaut, didn't we? Well, here's what we're going to do. We are just going to convert this into an envelope that's going to go like this. See? Never fail. Still can be easily fixed. We're going to convert it into an envelope that opens at the top and becomes like a pocket. So, alrighty. Now we'll have that, which will look much better than the bottom half of an astronaut. Turn it over, you can see all the other astronaut kinds of things with it. So, let's just come along on here, and I'm going to cut my extra off. I could use my cutter, but my scissors were handy here, so it doesn't have to be straight across here, because again, it's going to be hidden inside my envelope, and I want to cut all that off because I don't want that extra to get hung up when I go to put something in this. I'll use the scissors when I cut across the top, so it'll be nice and straight. Okay, we brought that over a little bit, but once that's in a book for a bit, that wrinkle will flatten out without any problem. Or you can also come along and straighten it with a hair straightener if you need to straighten your paper out. You can use your hair straighteners. You can also use your hair straightener to straighten out ribbons or pieces of fabric. Just a quick and easy way without getting your iron out to straighten out your paper. And I'm covering that whole little flap because, again, I don't want that glue to ooze out like it did on that one. So now we've got this kind of an envelope system going on here. So I'm going to even my top and bottom. Didn't quite fold that straight, but it might not have been. That is the actually outside edge of the book, so it probably was straight. But we'll use my chopper here. My mini paper chopper. I don't know, maybe it's got a different name, but I did purchase the Tim Holtz one. I've tried getting cheaper versions of these. I had one, it didn't last me any time at all. So if you're going to invest in paper cutters, I highly recommend that you invest in ones that are reliable. Tim Holtz, Fiskars, one of the brand name companies that do arts and crafts things here in America, or that are available to be sold here in America anyway. I don't know about what's available in other countries, so there we go. We're going to just chop that little edge off there. Didn't take away hardly anything from the picture. We got that. And then I want to come along, and I don't want to take much off the top. I'll make a large tag to go in this, and I'm just going to glue the bottom closed, and instead of becoming an envelope, this is going to be more like a pocket in my journal. So now I have that. I'm going to come in here and glue this bottom shut. You could fold it up and do like I did the other, but I want to use all the real estate in this pocket that I can, so we'll just glue this up. And I'm going to kind of use the nozzle of my glue bottles. I put glue in there to kind of spread that a little bit. And good technique for me. And with this glue bottle to use. Okay, let's see here. Where's my, oh, there it is. Dropped it in my lap. My glue wipe. I'll just wipe that excess glue off there. Did I get some on my, yep, got a little bit there too. So we'll wipe that out. Get rid of my scraps without throwing out my glue cloth. Hope everyone is crafting and feeling good. Probably already said that today, so forgive me for repeating myself. Your mind just kind of takes a while to get it back in the swing of what you're doing when you haven't been feeling well enough to craft for a few days. So now we have a nice looking astronaut pocket that would work well. That is closed at the bottom, that we can put a tag in or something to have it in the journal. So there we go. There's that pocket. Let's do a large, if I can find one here that will work well, a large pocket that actually could kind of be, we're going to turn this into an envelope. This is, I've already been cut good on both sides, but we're going to turn this page into an envelope that can kind of just be tipped into a journal, so to speak. And let me think for a minute how, okay, I need an edge to stick it in the journal. So I'm going to lay it like this. And I'm going to fold me a little edge here. In order to do that, I need my little edge on the bottom so I can save my flap on the top. Okay, there's a little edge to tip it into the journal. And let's see how we can do this while we... you know what? It's going to just become one big envelope. I'm not going to try doing a tip in with this one because I really hate to lose Mr. Bell here. Edison? No. Alexander Graham Bell? Edison. This one's about Edison. Alright. So I'm going to fold that up. I don't mind that it's upside down since it's the other side. Now that I'm just going to go ahead and clip this end off if I have enough room on my chopper to do so. Since it's folded, I don't like leaving that fold in it. So let's do this. We'll just clip that off the bottom. I don't have my big one. You know what? Here we go. What if I do this? Just, I'm not going to crease it or anything, just enough till I get my cut in here. As long as it's lined up good on the end when I go to do this, it should cut me straight. So let's make sure my ends are lined up here, which they are not, of course. All right, there we go. Okay, there we go. I'm okay with that. Snip that baby off there. Yeah, maybe a little crooked, but I don't care. Once I get it together here, if I need to do some more snipping, I'll do some more snipping. All right, so now we have this much, and I didn't do too bad. I think it slipped a little on me, so we'll just straighten it up with the paper, and I can trim from the edge. All right, that works for me. Then I'm just going to glue my sides and bring this down because I don't want to take any of these gentlemen's heads off. So I'm going to fold that across there. Now let's see what we end up with on the back. Oh yeah, absolutely great. Now, if I wanted to glue this in as a tip-in, now I would add my washi tape or something here on the side. And I think I'm going to trim my sides here, and I think that's what I'm going to use to close up my envelope. And let's see here. I'm going to straighten this top up just a bit because it seems, I don't know, maybe I'm making it more crooked. There we go. That's good. Good enough for me. I'm going to straighten my sides up. Nobody will ever know it's crooked. They won't know if you don't tell. Are you going to tell them? I'm not going to tell anybody. So you guys keep my secret, okay? Don't tell anybody all my things are slightly crooked, and don't tell them all my secrets that you learned by watching my videos, for goodness sakes. I share them with you. They're not for the entire world to know. Anybody can look them up on YouTube, though. Anybody who wants to watch my video can know exactly what they are. Right? All right. Let's see here. I don't like how I've got a chomped corner on this side. I can straighten some of that out, but I think the rest of it... Oh, no, it is all there. Maybe I can straighten it out and glue it and chomp off the excess, and we'll be just fine. Can't seem to... Doesn't want to straighten out for me. It's probably been bent for so long, it's probably stuck in place. Let's see. Turn it around this way. So I can... There we go. Grasp that little corner with my fingernail and then do it. All right. So I'm going to feed all this down under here. And we'll make this a little deeper and skinnier than what the book page is. See if I'm going to chomp anything off in doing so. Absolutely not. So let's make this guy a little bit, not one of the gentlemen on the back, I just mean the envelope. Let's make it a little bit skinnier by chomping that corner off, then I don't have to worry about it. Oh, that's great. Love it. Love it. Just fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. All right, so now I'm going to do the same thing I did on the others. And I played around long enough and my glue's starting to dry on the tip. So we'll just remove the dry part. And the glue should come out just fine then. Alrighty. Ah, it's been 40 minutes, folks. I guess we've made 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my 5th envelope in our 40 minutes here of messing around with papers. So I will probably continue to make some. Not going to decorate them. We'll decorate them when we get to put them in the journal at a later time. So I'll finish gluing this one, and then I'll call it quits for today. Thank you all for joining me. And if you make some envelopes out of book pages, share them below so I can see what yours look like. If you'd like to share your decorating techniques with us, by all means, you can share them on my Facebook page. I have junk journal with paper wheels available that you can post on. The link is in my description. I also have Instagram that you can share what you make on Instagram and tag me as well. So far then, we come up with this envelope. We have this semi-envelope pocket here. We have a couple more over here. We've got this envelope, and we have this envelope, and we have this envelope with the flap on it as well. So we managed to get 5 envelopes. We've got a good start. on envelopes. So we do have a good start here, and that will work very well for the journal that I'm working on. So come back and join me for my next video and see what I'm going to be crafting tomorrow and working on. You'll have a wonderful afternoon and enjoy. If you can get out and you have a beautiful day, get outside and breathe in some of that beautiful fresh air. Or open your craft room window while you're working on your stuff. It's just lovely. Springtime is so wonderful to get all that fresh air in your house. Alrighty, you all have a wonderful evening and take care. Bye for now. See you in my next video. And I want to say that I appreciate each and every one of you for coming today. And thank you for those who have subscribed to my channel. And if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe so that you can be a part of my 100 subscriber giveaway that I've got coming up. Take care, and you all have a wonderful day. Bye for now.